Depending on how you're playing. More than like 0.2 is unlikely. Alright, let's get it underway. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Same opening here for both players. Okay, there we go, it deviates. And it seems so far that Mel's choice was actually better. That is baffling. So, oh, no, there we go. Mel is the first one to burn, so despite his board looking better, he's made the appropriate decisions to get to his desired score of less than his opponent. Masy, on the other hand, real weird left side. Mel, real weird right side. Masy has sorted out the left and scored another Tetris, go up to 92,000. Mel, column 9 Tetris. Ooh, epic Vits there for Mel. Was it good? Might be. Could have actually been a good Vits there. Most of the time you see these Vits and you're like, ah, that was pretty fucking pointless. But that one might have been good. Mel is behind by 3 Tetrises though, at the same line count. Which, when that line count is 34 lines, pretty rough start for Mel. But plenty of time to catch up as well. After all, Masy is tapping, and Masy's tap level PB is only 35. Which is probably better than Mel gets most games. Just imagine you're playing against, like, Joseph Saley. That should make things easier for you, Mel. Masy, Tetris up to 239, Mel at 220. Not long bars for Masy, only about 86. Yep, that's the power of same piece set. When Masy gets Hong bars, then Mel also will, and will of course, not score any Tetrises with them. Though, Masy in a lot of trouble here. Board very high up. Fast tapping does save the day for the moment. Continues to save the day into the Tetris. What a dig that was. Mel also had like a dig, but it wasn't as cool, and also he's rolling, so it's like just kind of boring. And he's Mel, which means that getting into a dig situation is like a dime a dozen. Big pit in the middle of Mel's stack, but it gets filled in with a couple nice Z pieces. Masy another Tetris up to 366. Mel scoring another one as well. So only a 2 Tetris lead now for Masy. So Mel's got up slightly. This is the Sterling commentary I came for. Exactly. Mel, beautiful placement on the left there. That's the sort of placement that you only see a Benelux champion do. Masy's never won the Benelux Cup, so... Mel's stack just continuing to be bad. Mel did catch up a little bit to Masy for a little while, and then, well, good dirty Tetris at least, but then it up for a little while, and now he's behind by 4 Tetrises. It's amazing how he does it. He's so consistent at not having the higher score into transition. Right, transition about to hit. 1 line left for Masy, and probably going to get burned unless gets some bail here, and it looks like he will. There we go. 578 is the transition score for Masy. And Mel, 424, so 150k behind. Setting up a center well Tetris. Will get it. And has got the board back over to the right side, so should hopefully be able to keep this clean. Another Tetris up to 476. Masy, another Tetris as well, up to 650, so close to 200k lead right now. Now back to 150k. And now back up to 180. Mel's right side's a bit weird. A little bit weird. It's getting weirder every minute. Does manage to score Tetris, might be able to cleanly transfer this over. Will he choose to? Not really. Ooh, Masy's board gone very south. Where's the dirty Tetris? You'd think he was the one rolling here. What the f was that? If he gets out of this, this is just, I don't know. Masy got blessed by Jesus before the match, I think. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Masy. Somebody, crop out the Masy Pog face. Someone get Masy Pog. I'll add it to my Twitch channel or something. Masy Tetris up to 800k. Mal, I don't know what's going on with that right side burn, but it worked out. Another Tetris from Mal, up to 658. Masy 200k in the lead, but taking some burns. I think knows that he has a sizable lead and is sort of playing around it. But Mal can get 300k on kill screen. I'd say it's more likely that Mal gets 400k on kill screen than he does on 18. Mal, with some issues in the stack, let's say. Some real big issues. They have spiraled out of control very quickly. 725 is the top out score. Which means, Masy, you are good for the game. Get the max out, though, because, you know, it's cool. People like max outs. Ooh, so close. There we go. Got the max out. Don't say that, Mel. You made it to level 25. Masy with a nice 5 tap. Ooh, setting up the Tetris, getting the Tetris with tap on the kill screen there. Now, interesting stack. But come on, give Masy the bar. Yeah, nice. Alright, he's done now. But that was a pretty good post there. What a round that was. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Same opener again for the first 2 pieces. This time same for the 3rd. But Mel differs on the 4th. Well, I guess they both differ on the 4th. But Mel was hovering the same placement as Masy and then changed out of it, so. He's the wild card. Mel scoring a Tetris, scoring another one. Masy only one Tetris, so insurmountable lead right now for Mel. We got me, yeah. What do you mean biased? There's no bias. Mel's just so cool that he hit that line spin, that's all. I'm like the BBC, I have to offer differing opinions. Whenever Mel does something good, I have to counteract it by pointing out how much he sucks. Pretty much neck and neck right now. No, Masy does take an extra burn and is now behind by one Tetris. Thank you, Ian. I try my best. Well, with a large staircase stack, but managing to sort it out. Isn't that amazing? Masy, on the other hand, a normal stack, and also managing to deal with it like a normal stack. Never mind, managing to deal with it like it's a crazy stack, because that is quite the spire. Once again, pretty much neck and neck. Mel's stack is weird again. You look away for a second and something's happened. You never know what it is. You never know how we ended up here. But you can tell that we're here, and we're not leaving anytime soon. There we go, nice dirty Tetris there. Oh, I wonder what your next... Oh, yeah. Could be. Could be me versus Eyeball. The most one-fucking-sided match I've played probably ever. Other than me versus Martz. I guess. But Martz plays everyone. Mel at 334, Masy at 353, though Mel's stack is getting wonky. Nobody wins, exactly. Right, both players in the 90s, lines-wise. We've got a 406,000 for Masy, but behind in lines, to 430,000 for Mel. Now scoring a Tetris, crossing the 100-line barrier. Yeah, you should learn from Ian. He's a better teacher. Mel's stack, fantastic. Truly miraculous that it's possible for him to get into these situations so frequently. You'd think just statistically sometimes he'd have a game that makes sense, but he just never does. Still pretty much neck and neck score-wise. You're welcome, Ian. Mel now behind in score, but still a 500k transition. I don't know how, but it is. 536 is the transition score. Masy, a little bit of time before hitting level 19. There we go, 577. And Tetris from Mal, up to 589. Masy at 625, scoring in Tetris. Lovely T-piece there. Solves any parity issues in the stack. And a Tetris there, up to 680. Mal up to 640. So it's still pretty close, only a Tetris between the players. Or like a Tetris and a quarter, maybe. Well, nice square tower on the left. Not really a spire, it's more a cliff. Because it's not open on both sides. Ooh, nice misdrop from Mal. He'll be able to manage that, I'm sure. Should only take him 30 to 40 lines. No, it took him like 6. That's pretty good. Dealing with it alright. Scores a Tetris, goes up to 763. And another Tetris, I think? No, that was just a burn, right? Into level 24, it doesn't matter. Nobody's watching this for my actual commentary. They're just watching this to see if I say anything funny. Seems unlikely, but maybe. Mal does have the score lead, well, did have the score lead for a fraction of a second. I can do the funny. One day. I need more of your teaching though. Mel misses the T-spin. I was expecting that, to be fair. Will he top out in level 25 2 games in a row? Come on, give him the bar. I don't want to see him top out in level 25 again. He didn't top out in level 25, guys. It's Mel's best game ever. Both players top out in level 26, but Masy has the slight lead. 888 to 841. You shouldn't have agreed to me restreaming you, Mel. I don't think I'm helping. Everyone has a bad day or 2 consecutive bad days. It's not surprising. We got 2 readies. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I'm sure there's some joke I could make about, you know, Mel having an abnormal amount of bad days, but he did win like a match in Div 1, which is better than most people expect, so Mel, nice Vit setup, nice Vit setup. Probably dumb, but very fun, and I like fun stacking. And I've got to hand it to Mel, his stacking is fun to watch, because you never know what's going to happen. Another Tetris going well. Very nice bar timing so far. 1 burn for Mal, none yet for Masy. That's true, you did take a game off of Dog, Mel. Don't forget that. You gotta relive your highlights. Forget about the current. Live in the past. It's still pretty much neck and neck. 140k to 141k. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a common theme with my restreams, is that players have struggles. Have you seen Euro Friendlies by any chance? It's a really great show. It's been a while for some reason. Yeah, I wonder why no one's seen Euro Friendlies for 2 months. Must just be missing it. You know, it's at the wrong time. Must have been the wind. Exactly. Mel does have the lead currently, but is ahead in lines as well, so realistically it's pretty much even. Though Masy's stack is a bit wonky. May set up the dirty Tetris, did not. Which is good to not do it, but not as cool. Mel has a weird hole, imminent hole in the stack. It's not, well, now it is the hole that was imminent. Oh, this is a bad situation. This is a Mel tops out situation 9 times out of 10, but he hasn't done it yet. Maybe 9 times out of 10 was harsh. 7 out of 10. Definitely convoluting it a lot longer than it needs to be. Could have been out of this ages ago. But that's fine, because he is out of it. And he has scored a Tetris. Only behind by 2 now. 2 Tetrises ain't that bad. You can live with that. Masy, very clean board there. Basically nothing on it. I've never seen Omori. I've heard the name. I don't know what it is. But good to know that there's a character called that. I assume. That was an adjustment from Masy. That was funky. Haven't seen a T adjustment like that before, I don't think. Which I'm surprised by. I feel like I would have. But, you know. Mel would love a square piece. That was a cool little burn though. Now would love an eye piece. A bar would be great. Gets the bar. It's chilling. I think there's a little mini drought happening because Masy's quite high up and hasn't scored a Tetris in a little while. Should be soon. There's the bar. There we go. Scores the Tetris. Crosses 500,000. Mel at 430. Got some work ahead of him, but not an impossible game once again. Still plenty of opportunity. Not really any good place for that J piece, so I had to just shove it on the left and create a weird stack, but it sorted itself out more or less pretty quickly. Has Akibard to make the stack worse though. Will manage to burn it out reasonably quickly, however. And is Tetris ready once again? Open well. Small hole in the stack, should be fine, don't worry about it. Reopens the well again. And beautiful bar timing. Masy's stack is pretty unclean as well right now, so this is the opportunity that Mel needs. Masy does, of course, have a 50k or so lead right now. What's an Aki bar? Column 9 higher than the rest. Yeah, pretty much. Mel touched up to 615, Masy at 632. Getting a little droughted here. Nice burn though. There we go, finally a Tetris for Masy, up to 660. Mel, another Tetris. So Mel does have the real-time lead. Pace-wise is behind by a Tetris or so, but you can live with that, especially with kill screen potential. Obviously, Masy also has kill screen potential, but Mel has more consistent kill screen potential. Consistently low. Masy Tetris up to 838. So, little bit in the lead, like few thousand points. Mel's stack getting all wonky again in level 25 because the game hates him, but managing to sort it out pretty quickly. Game not trolling him this time. Masy in some danger here. Does get 3 bars in a row. Just to... I mean, at that point, you gotta say the game is just favouring Masy. The game likes the French. The only recorded thing in human history to like the French. Ooh, Masy does get the bar over to the left. Now has a longbow dependency halfway up the stack, however. So Masy just trying to get out of this. Gets the dirty Tetris, okay. Game continuing to save Masy. Mel already got the max out, though as does Masy. Masy's stack not clean though. Though admittedly neither is Mel's. Didn't go for the Vits with the bar there, which might have been the safer play. Oh, the square misdrop for Mel is going to make things a lot harder. Yeah, no, he's just... Gets the bar over to the left. A19 is the top out score. Oh, did he disconnect his capture card or something? I don't know, something happened. Masy with the tiny lead. Enough to win the game there. We have 2 readies. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Masy, you gotta bring out the keyboard roll. That way you'll never top out. Even when you don't get bailed, you'll still survive. Well, awkward start. Masy scoring Tetris. Mel is burning it out though, pretty quickly. Did someone mention keyboard roll? Oh no. It's the keyboard roll guy. Say the line, Bart. It's like when you mention a 5 and below, sodium will show up. Ooh, Masy in trouble here. Does get nice pieces to keep the well open though. Scores the Tetris. Still got an awkward left though. 5 and below. Yeah, well, it needs to be like actually game relevant. Just the phrase 5 and below isn't enough. I just remember like 2 years ago, Sodium hadn't like messaged anything in CTM in like a month. And then I just posted a clip of some random player accidentally hitting a 5 and below. Like some 300k player. And Sodium just immediately responded within like 2 minutes. Mel at 207,000. They were actually the exact same score there. Mel is a single behind, which isn't that bad. If you say the word Vits, Somalian will show up. Well, seems like your prophecy came true there. Would you believe it? Mel, another staircase stack, but managing to score Tetris. Masy, a little bit of a square hole on the left. Fits the square in the square hole. Missed adjustment from Masy, but it works out fine in the end because it wasn't a bad, terrible stack in the first place. It was just a little bit suboptimal. Mel at 309, Masy at 328. Now Mel, real-time score lead. Now Masy takes it back. A little bit of a awkward misadjustment thing, something like that for Mel there, but not a terrible situation. Can burn it out pretty quickly, and does so. Nice actual adjustment on the left there. Pretty good stacking, I think. I don't know, my stacking's not very good, so I just cyberbully Mel because it's more objectively easy to spot when he makes a terrible opener. No, sponges typically only have round ones. That's how sponges work. Still pretty close in score. Only a Tetris lead for Masy. And Mel does get the pieces over to the left here. Needs a bar though. The game doesn't want to give one. Eventually does. No real place for that Z piece, however. Masy managing to keep it clean. But awkward spire, and now not keeping it clean. Needs to solve this. Nice adjustment for the square piece. But the spire is still keeping itself alive and well in the middle of his stack. Mel hits transition with about 480,000. Awkward stack, but... well, I was going to say managing it well. Just managing it. It's not going amazingly. I know this feel so hard though, of just like knowing that it's the last game and you need to win it, and then just being unable to move pieces properly on 19. It's like, well, guess I retire for the next month. $500k for Mel, 600k for Masy. Masy's stack is a little bit awkward though. Does get the right piece to fill on the left side, hits the spin on the right into an S burn, but still has the score lead. Masy would love a long bar here. Right side getting pretty high up and no good burn options. Takes the T burn, gets the T piece over to the left. But the well isn't open and needs a long bar. Gets the long bar. Gets another long bar. More bail. I think Masy feels bad about the bail. It's like, what the fuck is this? It is still causing a dig though. It's letting Mel catch up and score. So Mel only a Tetris behind now. And Masy back into a dig situation. It's not a super oh, that misdrop might make it a super dangerous one though. We'll see if Masy can get out of this. Gets a bar, which does help on the left side, but still needs a J piece or something. Gets the J piece eventually, but he's built up more on the right side now. Does cross 700k during the dig. Hasn't covered the right side, needs a bar pretty soon. Does eventually get it, but he had to create some holes in the stack for it. Mel, I think, hung a bar on the right side, but should be fine. Gets the bar over. All is good. Scoring another Tetris. Goes up to 850k, while Masy's still unclean stack. Does manage to score a dirty Tetris. A couple off the bottom, but an uphill battle for sure. And not getting what he needs right now. Still taking burns. Mel's left side is pretty bad, though. Does manage to get something over. So it's chilling right now. Masy's stack just completely gone right now. Does get something over to the right. If he gets a bar here, he could maybe survive, but he won't. 785 is the top outscore for Masy, and Mel will, in fact, score a game. It's not all over. Alright, we've got 2 readies. Samantha gets cleaned out. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Well, I hope that this does go to a game, whatever the what were we on now? 5. I hope this does go to a game 6, because Somalian is playing next set. If you remove a timeout. I don't know. Mel keeping it high but clean. Might want to burn the next piece that can, because getting pretty high up. Yeah, not really getting any bars to start off this game by the looks of things. Are we sure they're on the same piece set? Because this drought is ridiculous. Finally a bar for Mel. Jesus. And another one. Okay. Game only micro-trolling. I'm actually going to check if they're on the same seed. They are, okay. I just, Masy got a Tetris or 2 with the first couple bars. That Mel couldn't. Ooh, Masy in a lot of trouble here. Masy's stack completely, like, right now. Can't get anything over to the right. Gets a bar to the left, but hangs on the right. Mel, you're in a chase down. You need 100k. Well, 102k, specifically. And there we go, Mel is good for the game. Next game in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I'm saying Mel doing it the hard way. Mel knows nothing about doing it easy. Mel plays every game behind going into transition, and then still he wins some of them, so... He's all about the Sigma grind set. I don't know if that would have been a good burn, to be fair, a good tuck. A vertical J-tuck setup of just... Well, stack, kind of weird. But does manage to get it clean, 35,000. Masy's stack isn't clean, but it's not in a terrible state. Does manage to get a nice adjustment there to reopen the right side. Hi Portal. Peek is in chat somewhere. Yeah, if Somalian loses the playoff, definitely revoke his VIP. And if he does win the playoff, give him a 50-50. We'll flip a coin live on stream. See if he gets to keep it. No, to 197. Masy, one Tetris ahead. Nice piece there for Mel. Manages to solve that situation without any burns. So never. You will never give Somalian mod. I'm glad that this has been established. If I learn how to play kill screen, then I will play in Div 1. Until then, I'm just chilling with the green roll. It's all about the Discord cred. Mel would love a square here. Isn't going to get one, sadly. Goes bar left. And then gets a bar to sort out the right side. So all things considered, not terrible, but definitely suboptimal. Masy, awkward hole in the middle of the stack, but does manage to get pieces that do fill it in. And a Tetris, up to 429. It does kind of feel like Masy's never had like a setup that doesn't just get resolved outside of like his eventual top outs late 27 or the misdrops that he did last game, but you know, that's a mechanical fault. Ooh, Mel with a hang on the left that I missed, but he does get a bar over to the right to bring the stack down to a manageable height. Gonna fill in the left, and then another bar in quick succession. That feels good at least. Scoring a Tetris, going up to 444. You get 2 pushdown points, you'll have 444, 222. And that'd be a fun score, wouldn't it? Now you won't, which means it wouldn't be a fun score. Another back-to-back bars helps dramatically, given the stack situation. And another Tetris, up to 492. Masy with 570k. That's actually a pretty good score, isn't it? Another Tetris, up to 592. Mel, Tetris, 518 is the transition score. Masy hits a spin. Takes a burn. And Tetris ready. Mel's stack is weird. Mel has an exacerbated look. He's fatigued. He hasn't got the mental energy. Unless, of course, we make it to the decider, and then maybe he will. But his biggest enemy is himself right now. As they say. I don't know who says that, but yeah. He's exacerbating all over the place. Yes. That sounds disgusting. Whatever it means, it sounds disgusting. Thank you, Somalian. Mel got the well open. Just needs a bar. No bar coming just yet, though. Eventually it does. There we go. 600k is crossed for Mel. Masy, low 700 right now. Another Tetris for Mel, 630. So 100k lead right now for Masy. Yes, the TP's over to the left, so Mel's stack's still in good shape. He's just taking the safety burns. He knows that whatever happens, he needs to make it to kill screen. So, take the safety burns and see if you can just recover the pace if Masy gets into a dig. Which, to be fair, Masy has been getting into digs. He's just been getting bailed out of them most of the time, outside of game 4. Masy didn't hit the 5 and below there, which is very sad. There would have been, you could have made a really cool 5 and below. I wouldn't have hit it either, but you could have done it. And Sodium would have showed up. Yeah, Mel has recovered a bit of pace here. He's up to about 830 to Masy's 915, so now only a 70k-ish lead. Ooh, misdrop from Mel though. Sets up the Tetris. Gonna be burning a bit here now. Maybe get out of it in a reasonable speed though. Maybe not. Okay. Wrongly, you jinxed it. Why'd you do that? Masy up to A51 currently. Okay, Mal just needs 1 bar here to get the Tetris into kill screen. And then he has some work ahead of him. Masy is getting into some trouble here. Another bar for Mel gets up to 950. Masy's stack right before kill screen is pretty bad. Yeah, it's managed to clean it up though. Hits the 1.1. But nothing goes to the left. Gets the triple, but has topped out. So Mel in the chase down here. We know Mel is capable of this. We've seen we saw an insane chase down from Mel versus Chiller, I believe, during the season. Another Tetris. Doesn't need too much more now. And gets the chase down. B18. Still going. And we've got a decider. That's got to be a fucking motivator for Mel. I didn't want to give you a score update on kill screen because I thought it might give you nerves and then you'd, like, misdrop, you know? Because that's what happens whenever I get into a chase down on kill screen. I'm like, oh shit, I'm near the score, and then I panic and do a 4 tap instead of a 3 tap or something. Tetris, we have a decider, and I can give you score updates now. Knowing that you like score updates in high pressure situations, Mel, I will give you score updates should it come to it. I just know that some players don't like that, so it's hard to accommodate everyone. Someone saying 2016 Cavs. I assume that's a sports reference. Some American sports that I don't know. The back of my brain wants to say Cavaliers though. I don't know what that means though. I don't know who that is. I think that's an American sports team. Right. Okay. Mal, bit of an awkward stack. Gets a dirty Tetris though, and that's always appreciated. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Why reference that when you could reference the legendary Kingsman reverse sweep playoff from like 2.5 years ago? So 165k for Mal, 200k for Masy. Masy's ahead in the lines by a little bit. Now isn't. So, awkward placement from Mal. Is going to take a couple lines to clean out, at least. But it's not terrible by any means. I've definitely seen worse Mel digs. And another Tetris from Masy, up to 250. Masy's stack's a bit weird here. Left side means no easy burns, but does manage to get it filled in, but has to take some more burns to reopen the well. Mel's left side, similar situation, but he's a bit lower down. Sets up the J tuck, gets the Tetris. No. Is it a reasonable height where he can hold out for a J piece or an S spin? Doesn't go for the S spin, eventually gets the J piece 1 piece too late. As is tradition. Masy in a bit of trouble here, would love a bar. If he gets a bar, this is actually kind of goated. Gets the bar for a crazy dirty Tetris. Not the craziest, obviously. Masy's from like game 2 was stupid, but a very nice dirty Tetris given the circumstances. Gets the bar over. There was a reasonably large part of me there that thought he would hang it, but he didn't. He's proven me wrong. Gets a dirty Tetris again, up to 326. Still behind by a bit, because Masy is at 400k and hasn't been digging. But it's not the worst. He's won from further behind before. Such as last game, where he was 150k behind, going into kill screen. And won. Actually, it was more than that. It was 180k. Mel, another one of his patented J-Tuck setups, does get this one resolved. Is at 424, Masy at 524. It's pretty much neck and neck if you, you know, add 100k to Mel's score. Well, scoring a Tetris, goes up to 475. Has a few lines as well available to burn before the transition. But we'll get the Tetris for a 499 transition. Masy's left side is pretty bad pre-19 here, but does manage to get it burned out with a couple burns into the transition. 640k. So a sizable score right now. Some nice bar timing early in 19 here as well. Mel, another Tetris, up to 580. Masy at 690. Got Tetris ready with that bar. Now he's in a little bit of an awkward spot, where he's having to burn off some lines here without being able to open the well. There's a lot of place a new piece to burn a line and it puts more weight on the hole, but eventually it does reopen the right side while crossing 700k just about. But Mel at 660 isn't too far behind now. Only around 70k behind pace-wise, I would say. So slowly recovering the pace here. Masy did have an awkward dependency, but managed to get it sorted with a single burn and then a Tetris up to 800k. Null's left side not really wanting to sort itself out here. Game not being kind enough to him. Eventually does get sorted, but needs to wait a little bit for a bar. Gets one eventually. 760k is the current score. Masy, hang on the left with that bar. It's going to cause a little bit of slowdown for Masy here. But he does still have a pretty sizable lead, and eventually gets the bar just straight over into another bar in quick succession. So not too much of a slowdown in reality. Does have a couple burns that he has to take, though, to reopen the right side and burn out the hole from the stack. Mel, another Tetris, up to 892. Well, it was up to 890, and then he burned the line. A bit of a slowdown for the player, who will always get the long bar. Are we sure that Masy isn't playing on that ROM that Joseph used? You know, the one where you, like, you just press the select button and you get a free bar. Ooh, Mel in some trouble here. That T-piece helps. Gets the bar over to the left. Okay. Mel is safe here, but he is behind in score by quite a bit. 939 for Mel to... with that Tetris, A91 for Masy. We saw last game that any score for Masy isn't safe, but Mel has some work ahead of him once again. This board's rough, but it's still low down. But it's getting higher up. It is managing to still score some burns here. Nice bar burn. T burn as well. Gets the 5 tap. Mel's still surviving here. But does need to get to a 1.1 now. Can't get the 5 tap to the left. A4 is the top out score, but a very strong decider game. Masy's still going all the way up to B87. I don't even know how he did that. I swear he didn't have that into kill screen. I don't know, Mel. It was a pretty good match, all things considered. Like, I get that, you know, there wasn't a 1.2 or a 1.3, and Masy did get the most bailed of any player ever, but it was a pretty good match. Like, scores-wise, it was good.
And on the right, the hybrid player out of the United States. He'll play anything. With a 1.41 million PB, a 1.414 140 PB. It's the captain. A lot of 14s. And captain gonna be on the board first with a Tetris 24,000 to get things started. Armstrong also with the Tetris. Captain with plenty of room to burn here. Should have no problem playing at this height right now. That was looking like tapping early on. Also known to play DAS from time to time and then